Hey, so 2024 is around the corner. Every one of us would like an improvement in the economy. And I'm a little confused, a little baffled about a few things. And I want to talk about this to clarify some stuff. And I will be back in a minute. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. I'm from New York City. I truly love helping people just like yourself and myself keep some more of our own hard earned money. Never forget those three words, hard earned money. Remember how valuable in our mind and hearts is. I'm a little baffled and I'm a little confused. Okay, so I'm actually recording this video on a Thursday night, December 14th. However, you will not get to listen to this video until next Friday. That would be Friday, December 22. Okay, there you go. Here's where I'm baffled because on Wednesday, December 13th, I was watching the news, right? And I noticed that the markets had been rallying at an incredible, very nice number because the interest rates are on a pause, and I guess market likes that. I'm not going to get into the market deeply here, but I want to get into the confusing part. Some people say, oh, 24, buckle up, and just, ride along with all the changes up and down as far as economically speaking. Some people predict that things will be better. We always want better, right? But here's the part that baffles me, and it is the truth. No matter what goes on around us, and I firmly believe this because it is true. Think about this for a minute. No matter what goes on around us, market up, market down, inflation up, inflation down, isn't it a better idea to prepare? Sometimes I don't understand why some people think it just does not matter. Why would I want to pay tomorrow's prices, which might be higher? I don't really oftentimes hear prices going down on food. Okay. You might grab a sale here or there, but usually, once it's up a little bit, it's up a little bit. So if I could save future money by getting things at a better price, let's say at this time, doesn't it make logical sense to do that at this time? You see? See, a lot of people don't see that sense of urgency, or they're waiting on a plan, waiting on this, waiting on that. That's precious time wasted where you could be slowly but surely preparing. I always suggest to start small. But it's not about the small or the big. It's about being consistent. You see, if consistently you're adding, I don't care if it's two cans of your favorite products that your family uses that you happen to get at a great price. If you add these two cans every single grocery haul, you are a winner, chicken dinner. Does it make a difference if the market is rallying or not? Honestly, when I want to go to my pantry to get out something that I might have bought, let's say a few months ago, that I didn't even realize I had, and I could use in a recipe, and I really, really, really like that product. Usually I always know what's in there, but sometimes in real life, we forget that we might have this certain flavored item or whatever key ingredient is in the recipe. This is real life. And sometimes people forget, but what a nice surprise to find out that that's there. What is not a nice surprise is to when you think you have things in your stockpile, in your pantry, and you go there and you go, huh? And it's not there. That kind of a surprise. I'm not in love with that kind of a surprise. Okay. But will I drop everything and run to the grocery store just to buy that one item? No, of course not. I never recommend that. I do not. So it goes back to being mindful. Yeah, we're going to hear conflicting stories about things. That's why, after I watched that news report, I said, just the way I would mention that, something sounds a little gloomy and doomy once in a while, and they let you know. Not that I ever dwell on that because you guys know I really don't do that. But I also heard a possibility of a promising thing. But that won't be really until 024. If, again, I use the word if. I act as if nothing is going to change no matter what. And I'm just honestly concerning myself and my family with the method The method. It's really all about the method that counts. Do you have a plan? Do you have a method? Do you keep a budget? If only people could understand, and I've said this many, many times. I even wrote this once many years ago. I wrote it somewhere, and I said, food in the freezer is like money in the bank. I wrote that about 20 something years ago. Food in the freezer is like money in the bank. You want to know why? Because it is. Because it is. Let's say you went on a grocery haul and you paid $100 for some type of food. Let's say maybe some type of meat. Okay. You maximize your value, try to get the best price for it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? And then you stockpile it, put it away, freeze it properly, or however way you store it or can it or whatever you're doing with it. And then a year later or two, if you do the math and you find out that exact product went up about 50 or $70, should you pat yourself on the back for that? I say yes. I say yes. That's your way. It's kind of like, in a way, looking at an investment. Did I ever think the day would come that I talk about storing food as an investment? No, I never thought that day would come. But is it important? Yes. What I did do a really, really long time, because this was like, I can't even remember, it was like way back, like, the way back machine, about '07 or '08. I did suggest for people, this is on another platform, I don't mention it, but I suggested back in the day to put a box to the side in case a family member or a friend loses their job. Hello. Not everybody believes in stockpiling. And then they lose their job. They don't expect it. And by the way, you could be the best worker in the world. And suddenly you walk in and you find a pink slip on your desk. What? Very not fun. Believe you me, I know all about it. Went through that once. Trust me on that one. Very, very not fun experience. But if you are somewhat prepared, that's a good thing. So always consider that life changes. And I don't care how stable something looks. Let's say you have a beloved boss and they go to be with God. You did not expect it in a small company. And guess what? The company goes bye bye. Again, I don't care if you had the greatest job in the world. You still may lose a job that you depended on. That's why it's always good to have a plan B. To me, stockpiling food and groceries, non edible, to me, that is your plan B. This is an achievable plan B. But don't get bogged down with well, where am I going to put it? I live in a tiny space. Listen, as a New Yorker, I know all about that, okay? You just have to get creative. You just have to get creative. And it's not only for job loss, it could be for many other reasons too. There could be illness, there could be other things. Maybe you want to help or bless someone else in a way that only you could do it, and have all the ingredients on hand to make that special someone a special meal. But if you don't have it, how can you help someone else? So please, again, once I urge everyone listening to this, don't take it for granted and say, I'll start next week. I'll start in 3 weeks. While I don't know, and I have no crystal ball to predict exactly what's going to happen in 2024 in the financial arena, I know this. I can always control the way I handle something. Never, ever forget that. And so, too, can anyone listening to this video. Have an amazing weekend. Thank you so much for being here, and I truly appreciate everybody's time. Take good care now. Don't forget to take care of your loved ones at all times. Have an amazing, fantastic day.